Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Larry. If you're new, we're here at Ridge 88, my off-grid property here in northern Arizona. And as a lot of you guys know, on my last video, I brought my 40-foot open range fifth wheel up here to the property, which was quite the struggle. So if you missed that video, go check that out. But we got it up here, and the more I've been thinking about it, actually in that video said I wasn't gonna live in that thing, but the more I'm thinking about it, I think it makes more sense to live in that. Since it is older, it's not worth quite as much as my truck camper. And this way I can kind of just live and do the wear and tear in that fifth wheel. Plus the dogs like the running space on the floor and things like that. And then my truck camper, I can have that as just kind of my travel rig. So I'm spinning my wheels trying to get to the point to where we can get me and the dogs to live in that fifth wheel. And I'm working with a limited budget and limited gear here. So I put my Apex 300 power station in there with multiple B300K expansion batteries. I think I have two of them in there. And it should be enough to kind of run things as long as I have enough solar. So we're going to test that out on this video and see if we can't get at least one of the rooftop air conditioners to work, the washer and dryer to work, and of course the fridge and the lights running. So let's get that going, and yeah, let's go. Let me show you what we've done already. So here's where I have the RV parked, and it's right next to my storage container, which ultimately I'd like to get a bigger setup for power in the shipping container, and then just put like a 50 amp pedestal plug in here and then plug in the fifth wheel. So that way I can still haul the fifth wheel out of here if I want to. But let me show you on the inside here where I put the power station at. It's just in this bay right here. All right, so here's the Apex 300 power station. This thing has 3,840 watt inverter, and it has 2,764.8 watt hours in this thing. And this it's split phase, so it can do 120 or 240 volt. And the downfall with this thing is you can only get like 1,200 watts of solar in this if you plug it in, kind of like how I have it here. So they have this thing called a SolarX 4K. It's kind of hard to see, but I have it up here on top. I got to mount it a little bit better if this all works. But this allows you to be able to bring in 4,200 watts of solar. So that way, I'm thinking if I have enough solar coming in that it will gain power throughout the day, keep this thing charged up going in the evening at 100%. And all we need to do is just get one air conditioner and the fridge and everything to run throughout the night. And then it should charge up the next day, because we are in Arizona, so we get a lot of sun. Here are the two B300K expansion batteries back here. It's all tied in. And let me show you. Oh, well, this is a breaker. This comes off of that SolarX 4K up there. So this is where I would run in my 4,200 watts of solar when that comes. The reason why I don't have it hooked up now is that it requires 150 volts just to have the thing turn on. And let me show you what I have for solar so far. So I have these three, I think they're 405 watt Trinergy, some sort of panels. Who knows? You know, they're all the same, just weird names you can't pronounce. But anyways, bifacial panels out here. So I think max I could bring in is about 1,200 watts. And I want to say they're like 48 volts each. So I'm just a few volts shy of being able to turn this SolarX 4K on. So currently I have them split up. So I have two of these connected in series running into the Apex 300, because there's two ports to bring in solar, and each one has a max limit. So I'm able to only run two in one of them, and then the other one runs into the other port. I'll show you those. So I have them right here. They're just little XT60 plugs. It says 12 to 60 volts, 20 amps, 1,200 watts, max times 2. So it's just very limiting. And it works for what I have now, but 1,200 watts obviously isn't going to run an air conditioner very long, because this thing has two ACs on it, rooftop ACs. They're ducted, so you can't really see anything from the inside except for some ducts. And the rear one is a 15,000 BTU unit, and the front one is, I think, 13.5 thousand BTU unit. So I'm hoping if we can't get the rear one started, that's the one that I like to run the most. That one, let's go inside. Let's talk about it inside. Hold on. Let's get some lights turned on in here. Okay, so one of the units I believe is right on the inside, like behind this light fixture right here. So you'll see there's 2 vents here. There's a couple vents here, a couple here. So this has what they call like a racetrack ventilation system in the ceiling. Let me back up so we can see all of it. So what it does is there's an AC here and it just goes in a big circle and it goes all the way into the bedroom and back around. So it just makes a big loop. You can see here, we'll go into the bedroom and you got a couple more vents in here, right there and right there. And then there's a unit, should be right here. But you can't, obviously you can't see anything from here. It just looks like a regular ceiling. But if this AC is on, it will supply cool air through all the vents, all the way through the whole RV. So I could just run this one, or I can run the one in the living room and it'll do the same thing. It'll cool the whole RV down, or I can run them both and it really cools the whole RV down. But since we're off grid and I'm running everything off of solar, and these units aren't very efficient, I'm pretty much just planning on running one of them. I would like the one in here. So let's try and see if we can get that thing to run. There's another thermostat in the bedroom, but we'll turn this one on. Cool 73. Ah, the fan's turning on. Look at that. Well, that don't sound good. I think it went off. Ah, it shut off. Okay, let me reset that to 0. Let's go outside and see what that thing says. All right, you can see here something's flashing. The AC side is flashing. I just looked at my phone. Can you read that? It says inverter overload. So it overloaded it. We're gonna have to reset this. Turn that thing back on. I do have the refrigerator in there running, so it'll pull some output here. There should, I have the powerlifting mode on, so powerlifting mode on this thing should allow it to charge, or to let's see, what's it say here? So it says powerlifting mode can power pure resistive loads up to 7,680 watts. I would think that would run one of those air conditioners though. Let's try the bedroom one. I do have the converter off, so we're not charging any batteries, so that's a lot of a load that's not being taken up. It's only using like 200 watts for the fridge. Let's see, can you see that? 73 AC. It's kicking on. Oh, this would be so nice. It's not even that bad in here. I haven't had anything on in this thing at all. And it's been pretty toasty today, and it's not bad in here, so I don't think when it's shut off. I don't think it's I was gonna say, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal just to run one AC. It should cool it down, but apparently it's not even gonna run the 13,000 BTU one. Let's go ahead and shut everything off. Let's try, let's see, we're gonna try to run the bedroom. So let's shut the other air conditioner off just in case. Let's shut the inverter off. That way the fridge doesn't run. We'll shut the washer and dryer off. Now that it's running, but just no power being sent to anything. We'll shut the microwave off. That should be about it. So we'll go ahead and see, we'll reset all this. Yep, same error code right there. So let's go ahead and shut that off. Hey, we're getting 907 watts in right now off those panels. That's not too bad. I'm gonna wait and see if anything kicks on, but I'm obviously gonna get more panels. I priced some down in Phoenix, and I can go grab like 10 500 watt panels and just max this thing out all the way up to 4,000 watts. And that should definitely be enough to run an AC all day, plus keep this thing charged really well. Maybe even be able to do a load of laundry or two a day. It's showing that it's pulling 11 watts somewhere. I don't know where that's coming from. 10 watts. Let's go try restarting it now. All right, back here in the bedroom. Yeah, AC. Actually, let's turn this way up and just try to run the fan for a little while. See if the fan will run. Just that vent right now feels good. It's a toasty one today. We're getting right into monsoon season. Okay, unless it's hotter than 83 in here, it could be. Let it shut it down again. Huh. Well, I've ran this AC. I ran one of these ACs and, well, basically the whole camper off of a Predator 3500 generator before. And that thing maxes out at 3,500 watts. This power station can max out for a short period of time at 7,000, what was it, 680 or something like that. Makes no sense why that generator will run one of these ACs, but that power station won't. I know I could probably do soft starts. Soft starts are something that you can add in, wire it into the units themselves, and then I guarantee that will run it. But that's going to take me like a week to get those things in and picked up and installed. I sure would like some AC now. So if we could figure out a temporary way, I mean, I guess I could bring the generator down, but the whole point is I want to run it off of solar. I'm gonna phone a friend. I'll be right back. Came up with a cool idea. Well, a couple things. I called Mike from Runaway Parents, talked it over with him, and I think we have a cool idea. We're gonna try one more thing. Although it sounds like he has a system that I'm gonna buy off of him. It sounds like they might be coming here to Arizona here in about a month. So I can buy that system off of them. We can put it in the shipping container like I was talking about, and it should power everything. It should power this and potentially a cabin. What was that sound? Anyways, but we just need to make something work until then. So this is gonna be interesting. Let's try this out. Hang on. So I did want to mention, I'm pretty excited. I actually got a brand new mattress finally for the camper, and I did what every guy does when they realize they're getting a divorce, and I bought camo sheets. I know you probably can't even see the bed. It's right here, I promise. Look real close. That pillow's sitting on it. It's right here. Hold on, let me fix it. Here it is. I love this thing. I really do. If you have a truck camper, or probably a lot of other RVs, you probably would know how hard it is to get a mattress of this stature in the RV. But this was so easy. It just came in a box, all rolled up, vacuum compressed, like an eighth of this size. Don't quote me on that, I don't really know. But I got it in here, pulled the plastic off, and then this beautiful mattress just came popping right out. Seriously though, I have been focusing more on my health since being here alone on the property and so far away from a hospital or any kind of health care. So kind of like my truck, I've been trying to focus a little bit more on some preventative maintenance of myself. So I've been watching what I eat, being a lot more active around the property, and probably most importantly, focusing more on my sleep. So that's why I reached out to Brooklyn Bedding to see if they would sponsor the channel, and I'm happy they did. So thank you, Brooklyn Bedding, for sending the Aurora Luxe pillow top mattress, cooling mattress. at that. I have been sleeping on a Brooklyn bedding mattress in the fifth wheel for 4 years, and I absolutely love it. Honestly, the reason why I chose them to begin with was the fact that you can not only buy standard size mattresses, but you can get RV size mattresses, and the mattress in the fifth wheel is an RV king, which is larger than a standard queen, but smaller than a standard king. So that's why I ordered the mattress, and I didn't really expect to love the mattress as much as I do. So when I purchased this truck camper about almost a year ago, it had a standard queen size mattress in it, and I've just never liked it. But the one from the fifth wheel wouldn't fit in here, so I've just been dealing with it. I just toss and turn all night and just be up multiple times. And I tried to be okay with it, just justify it, because I never really had to wake up and go to a real job. But I found myself just taking more and more naps throughout the day and just never having energy. But now, sleeping on this mattress, I'm not only sleeping better, but I'm recovering better after spending all day working out in the hot sun. I'm just staying cooler when I sleep, and I'm also waking up feeling recovered and refreshed every single day. And with over 51,000 5-star reviews from Forbes, CNN, Wired, and the New York Times, Brooklyn Bedding has been recognized as one of the best mattress brands in the country. Plus, they're designed here in Arizona by master craftsmen who have been building mattresses for over 25 years, assembled and shipped from their Arizona factory. It comes with a 120-night sleep trial and limited guarantee, plus free shipping. So, I mean, honestly, what do you have to lose? So go visit brooklynbedding.com/enjoy life for your exclusive 30% off, not 13, 30% off your order by the exclusive discount code enjoy life. Plus, very important, you can help support the channel by telling them I sent you over there in their post-purchase survey. Let's get back to the video. Got the old built hard wagon. We've been getting some rain, so it's got some water in it. Let's dump this out. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, let's get this thing turned around. So I've actually been quite busy since my last video. I had some other channels come up and camp here. For those of you who don't know, this property, half of it is a private campground I've been working on. So I had a couple other channels come in and stay for a few nights, and it was just so much fun. Barbecued, things like that. It is hot and humid right now. Staying right here in the shade. There are actually a couple channels, and though a lot of you guys know I love helping out other channels. I know when I first started YouTube, I thought it was gonna be really easy. I jumped into it and it didn't work. It took me years to figure it out. I reached out to a bunch of channels just to see if I can go camping with them, hang out with them, pick their brains, ask them questions. Man, I can catch my breath here. And anyways, pick their brains, ask them questions, just because I felt like I'm such a fast learner. If I could just see it done and not have to just reach out in the dark and not know what I was reaching for, then I felt like I could skip ahead in the career of being a YouTuber. So my thing is, I'm a believer. So I want to help out other people. And I feel like that's just something I can offer. So I love helping these other channels out, at least the ones that are in the niche of like camping, overlanding, and stuff like that. So I last year had put together with Runaway Parents the Red Button Ramble. Those videos were about a year ago, so check those out if you haven't seen them. But it was a really cool event. We had like over $8,000 worth of items to give away, a bunch of solar stuff, power stations, things like that. And we were playing games and doing things, trying to just build a community and help each other out. We had smaller channels with bigger channels, and we camped out for about a week up in Idaho and just had a great time, built this really good friendship with these people. And Destination Desert, which was here, they were also at the Red Button Ramble. And if you guys haven't watched Destination Desert in a while, they have grown leaps and bounds on their channel. I will put a link to one of their videos I recommend watching at the end of this video, so check them out and subscribe if you haven't already. But the other channel that was here was Overlandin', and Overlandin' is a guy I met at the Truck Camper Rally just a few months ago, and he was a fan of this channel, bought actually a similar truck, similar camper, and just wants to be in that similar career, like a full-time RV YouTuber. And so far he has been busting his butt putting videos out, and the dude is super creative. And he came up here, we've just formed a friendship, awesome guy, and I've been helping him out as well. And I'll put a video that I recommend watching at the end of this video as well for you to watch. So watch one of them. And if you like either Destination Desert or Overlanding, subscribe to them, please. But anyways, they were here, we barbecued, we hung out, we went over their videos, did like a little roast on some of their videos, and where I just kind of critiqued them, and we talked about filming strategies and just all sorts of, you know, editing strategies, things like that. And they're just so eager to learn, and I just love seeing that, because I am just not a believer in that YouTube is kind of a, you know, stab everybody in the back and try to take it over. Like I want to help the whole niche grow, and we just all rise together and just make the camping niche something really fun to watch, where a lot of people are out watching these camping type of videos, off-grid type of videos, overlanding type of videos. So I just want to get as many channels out there as possible to just, let's all grow together. And it's just so much fun to see them succeed and grow, and just to watch them just get better and better and better. It's just awesome to see. So anyways, that's what I've been busy with. So I haven't really done much on the property, even with the fifth wheel. That's why we're doing this today. But here, sorry, that was a long explanation. Here is the plan. I guess I should back up. Those of you that don't know, this is the world's smallest truck camper. Built that a couple years ago. It's on a 92 Geo Tracker. It's kind of gutless, but it's fun. And yes, I can camp in it and sleep in it. The bed actually goes all the way up there to the front dashboard. But as you can see, the inside's not really finished yet. But here, that is what we're gonna do. This is I think is gonna be our golden ticket right here. This is an Opus power station, though it does not, I mean, it's big in size, but this is the equivalent to about the Apex 300 without the expansion batteries. I got a cool idea. Hold on, let's get this into the wagon. Oh, this thing is heavy. Whew. Okay, I don't even remember what these specs are in this. I believe it's similar, like 3,500 watt inverter. But the only thing I do remember is that it had a huge surge ability, like up to 10,000 watts. So let's take this down there to the RV and just get this plugged in. I was looking for the plug for this, the AC plug, but that's the problem with some of these. It's a proprietary plug. So I have to find the one that goes with this. So I got to find that plug. But I've already looked in the truck camper, the Geo, the trailer, my truck. Can't find it. But I do have a bunch of boxes in the fifth wheel. So hopefully it'll be in one of those boxes, because it's kind of a crucial part to this plan. Whew. I wish it would just rain already. It's supposed to rain like every day this week. It's already rained a couple times. So I'm kind of stuck up here already as it is. Well, it hasn't rained today and it's pretty dry today, so I probably could drive out of here if I wanted to, but anytime it rains, I'm just stuck up here. So anyways, let's check in here. It might be in here somewhere. I know not that long ago I saw a box labeled Opus. I don't know. I don't see it in here. So it's probably, if it's here, it's going to be in the fifth wheel in one of those boxes. So let's go tear those boxes all, tear into all them boxes. It's only 8 that I have to go through. Luckily it's not, 150 degrees in here. It's gonna go through everyone, starting with the smallest. brass knuckles. It's not here. I doubt it's in the kitchen box. That's all right. We'll continue on. Okay, so we have this under bay right here, which connects to the other side where the BLUETTI is at. Plenty of space over here. Let's see if we can't get that big old honking power station in here. I'll tell you what, probably one of my favorite things I have up here at this property is this wagon. This thing comes in so much handy. Does that make sense? This thing really comes in handy all the time. Oh my goodness. Oh. Turn this thing around. There it is. Now, you'll see what I did, how I wired this up. Check this out. So the 50 amp plug, I just came in, drilled a hole right here. It's very professional. Right there, ran the plug and the solar and all that through there. I'll block this up eventually with some steel wool and some pest foam or whatever. But here is the big 50 amp plug. Let's go ahead, pull that from here. And let's just shove it over there. Well, I'm noticing that's a, oh, here's 240 right here. All right, let's get this thing turned on. 92%. Let's keep this AC button on here. Should start pulling some watts from the fridge. Can you guys even see that? Let me stand in the shadow. There it is. 4 watts. 20. Okay, so it's pulling some. Let's try to get the bedroom AC turned on. Since this is the smallest of the two. Crossing fingers. Come on, baby. I could use some AC right now. Come on. It's already running longer than the other one. Come on, baby. It's running way longer than the other one ever did. But it doesn't seem like it's blowing out cold air yet. Come on. Oh, wait. Is it cooling down? Let's go see what it's running at outside. Oh, 1464. Oh, that's got to be the air conditioner. Oh yeah. Well, here's where I'm running into a problem at. Let me show you. All right, so here's the thing. I could run the solar from outside into this. I'd be lucky to get 1,000 watts. So it's going to not, I mean, it'll keep this running probably, I would say 5 to 6 hours, but it will eventually die off in a day. So, I mean, at least this is going to run it. But the idea that Mike and I had was that I could run one of these 120 outlets and just run it back and plug it into the power of that. It would be very inefficient. But with this power and this solar coming in and that over there, it would run a very long time. It's just eventually I don't have enough solar out here in the field, so eventually it would run out. But if, let's say I went ahead down to Phoenix and grabbed a whole bunch of more panels, ran it into the SolarX 4K, then we could at least have the ACs turned on. So I think that's going to be the game plan for now. I'm just gonna have to run it that way. So I'm gonna, when I go back into town where my storage is at, I'll have to dig apart that whole place top to bottom, try to find that Opus power station power cord so I can plug these in. And then I'll probably have to go ahead and run down to Phoenix and go ahead and grab me, 4,000 watts worth of panels to set out here. And I think we're good. So I should be able to run all this off of these power stations down here. It's just the pinch point of the Opus is that I can't get enough solar into that to make a difference. So I need to run it into this 4X, SolarX 4K into this power station. And then we'll just charge that power station off this. I'll probably lose a few hundred watts, but I think that'll get me by for a month or so until Mike gets down here and I could buy the other system off of him. And then that system is going to be just, I don't want to, you know what? It hasn't happened yet, but I did agree to buy it off of him. He planning on coming down here. So as long as all the pieces of that puzzle fit together, then I'm going to have a setup that is going to not only run this, but probably run everything else on the property, including the cabin and the capability of putting an insane amount of solar out. So we just need this to work for now. Wait, I heard a click. It's still running. It's about 1,700 watts now. It's saying it'll run for 2.1 hours. So the thing with these ACs, it's not quite like an inverter AC where it'll really ramp down, but it will use up less watts as the camper cools down. And since this is an open range 3X, it has all this extra, it's like 50% more insulation in this than a standard fifth wheel. This thing is very well insulated. It's very much Four Seasons. The windows are all like UV protected. So it doesn't take much to cool this thing down. I could probably cool this whole thing down with the window unit, but I think for now this is gonna be the quickest way with spending the least amount of money. And I really don't want a window unit sticking out of the side of this. I even thought about doing a mini split because those are very efficient, but I just don't want to have that mini split outside condenser unit hanging off the back. I still don't think it's really going to cool the entire RV down. And with that power station below, I'd have to have a 120 volt, not a 240 volt. So I think this is going to be the best route. And maybe even potentially get like a chill cube, Furrion chill cube or something up here, or two of them. And just run one at a time. I don't know, this is so nice to have the AC on. Oh, I wish I had that wire. Actually, just because I feel like there's going to be somebody out there that says I'm not telling the truth. This is my electric dryer. Pushed down is high, pushed out is low. I know on high that sucker uses like 3,600 watts. On low, let's go ahead and kick that on. So it's running, you can see it. Let's go outside. Oh, here. Lights are on, although these are 12 volts, so it really doesn't even matter. That's a whole nother system. Fridge is on. Got a watermelon in there. Okay. Let's see what we're pulling now. 2,578 watts. Run for an hour and a half. So this inverter on here will run. I think it even has more. I think it goes up over 3,000. I think it's 35 or 38. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen what the inverter is, but I think I have plenty of room. In fact, yeah, no, I think I have plenty of room. So I think this is a win right here. Yeah, I think that answers the question of if I can live in this fifth wheel full-time off of a power station. It appears as though I have, or I can. I just need to get that power cable. I have to do an update video. So subscribe if you're not subscribed. Maybe the next video I will have some solar panels out here and have the power cord. We'll see how much power we lose. And maybe by then I'll even be moved in here. Who knows? I don't really know. But this is just exciting because I've been stressing over how I'm going to power this thing. A lot of people asked me on the last video why I wasn't living in it, and that's it. It's just such a struggle to power these big non-efficient AC units. Well, I'm excited. Let's go say hi to the pups real quick. Oh, how you doing, bud? You staying cool in the AC? Yeah. Oh, there's the Marty pants. Yeah. Let's see how cold it is in here. It's outside, inside. 72 in here. Been charging good all day. We're at 97% batteries. Only pulling about 906 watts with the AC on. 1,721 watts coming in on the solar. That is why I've been living in this thing, because this thing is so much more set up to live in, with the 2,680 watts of solar up on the roof and the 1,200 amp hours of batteries and the 3,000 watt inverter and everything. But you can see this is a little bit more set up for living in full time. The only downfall is just the size. It's obviously a truck camper. Even though it's a quite large truck camper, it's just, I've been in this thing for a year. I'm actually kind of ready to get back into fifth wheel, and I know the dogs love it because they have the big, long, you know, RV to run up and down the floor in, and here they either laying in bed on that bed or on the dinette. Just have a little floor space to run in, so I know they're gonna love it. And I got some plans, and it'll just be a cool temporary place while we build the cabin. So anyways, check out one of these videos right here, and then obviously if you want to subscribe to my channel, hit right there. And I appreciate you guys watching. See you next time.